Oh, hi there. Welcome back to another video. Today I really wanted to talk about another video, which is the allegations against Jake Paul. Now, before we begin, these are allegations. These are still being looked into. So just throwing it out there so you guys know. Also, do not send any hate or harassment towards either parties in this, because it's not what we do on this channel. So I wanted to make sure I get that out. But we're going to talk about this. So if you want to see more content like this, hit like, favorite, and subscribe, and let me know what you're thinking about this. Now, I wanted to do a proper video on this rather than kind of a quick video to kind of add into the previous one, because after a while, I kind of thought, well, this needs to be really talked about rather than just a quick, oh, he's responded, because there's quite a few things in this that I wanted to kind of talk about and kind of go over. That's the word I'm looking at. So this is a response from Jake Paul. So let's have a look. So he released, sexual assault accusations aren't something that I or anyone should ever take lightly, but to be crystal clear, this claim made against me is 100% false. Not only have I never had any sexual relationship with the individual, but this claim is solely a manufactured accusation and a blatant attempt for attention during the highly visible fight week. Make no sense. I plan on pursuing this defamation of character case to the fuller extent of the law. These are irreparable damages from these types of accusations, and more importantly, false allegations of this nature diminish those who have truly been victims of misconduct. Again, this individual is directly using the attention from her social media posts and video to promote her adult content website and Amazon shopping list, designed for people to buy her gifts. These allegations come conveniently for her almost 2 years after the alleged incident and a week of my fight, of course. At the time of her story, I was in a relationship, and as someone who's a mama's boy growing up, I respect women and mothers more than anything. I most certainly have never laid a finger on a girl without their consent. I will fight this to the end to prove my innocence. This isn't the first preposterous allegation made against me in my career, and it most likely won't be the last. As someone who has lived in the spotlight since the age of 16, dealing with lies, fake news, and false accusations, unfortunately, it's part of this job. I won't back down from it, and years from now, my character as an individual will show and shine through these dark moments. Now, my kind of thoughts on this is, when I read this, I went back to Justine's video and I kind of looked over and I was like, well, I don't see any shopping lists, I don't see any wish lists or whatsoever. But if you go to Instagram, then you can literally see that there is a link to her OnlyFans. But I don't kind of see this as a promotion for that, because literally it would be in her description, it would be plastered everywhere, or she'd say it at the end of the video. I think her intentions for bringing this out was what she wants to do, and that's absolutely fine. One thing I don't understand is the fact that Jake is constantly promoting his fight in this. He's saying like, oh, my fight's coming up, she's only doing it because of this, because of that. And you kind of think, no, like, I don't see her wanting to do this for clout. She's saying that she wants to bring this out and she wants to talk about it. So I kind of think that Jake's saying all this, and then all of a sudden it's like, bam, here's my fight, here's my fight. So I kind of went, when I read his response on this. This is still being looked into, and I feel like this is going to be a thing that is going to keep happening. But then also seeing that Jake isn't going to stand for this, and he's going to go straight into taking legal action. It's going to be a very interesting case to see and see what actually kind of happens in this. I want to jump over to Rogue Rocket, because when I was going to make this video, I was going to say, like, oh my God, like, she's not done this, rah, 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 and, say, like, how can, like, Jake say this, that he's trying to smear her name as well by lying. But obviously I watched a few YouTubers as they talked about this, and over at Rogue Rocket, it's very interesting because Justine replies. Rogue Rocket talks about this, and they say, Paradise responded to a statement on an Instagram story. She specifically criticized Paul for accusing her of lying in order to get gifts and financial gains. She said, I wasn't even aware that I still had an Amazon wish list. She wrote, I just checked and there was literally 6 items on it. I'm not looking for gifts or money, she continued. I made it very clear that all I wanted from him was an apology and for him to stop doing this to people. She also claimed that since posting a video, a minor came forward to her and shared similar experience with Paul, she provided no further details about that interaction, but encouraged other women to speak to her if they'd been assaulted or harassed by Paul. Jumping over to TMZ, because there was another statement about how Jake's lawyer came out. So it says, now Paul is firing back in the statement through his attorney, Daniel E. Can't say his surname, so I apologize, calling BS on the whole story and vowed to take legal action of his own. And he said, while others have already begun to debunk the claim allied against him, our client categorically denies the allegation, has every intention of aggressively disproving it and pursuing legal action against those responsible for the defamation of his character. Our client believes that any false allegations diminish the credibility of those who have truly become victims of misconduct. And I think I would probably have left it there rather than Jake releasing a giant kind of big story, because I know that other people have said stuff, and I kind of really wanted to have a look at this clip from Philly D, because it doesn't actually show on this person's Instagram anymore, which is Julia says, like, never touched a girl without consent. Crazy, not what I've heard from friends with experience with you. So again, it's more kind of more stuff that keeps coming out, and it's going to be interesting because again, this is a story that I've never really kind of talked about, this particular thing. So I kind of really want to follow it. I want to see what happens, and you know, it's just such like, I feel reading Jake's statement, it's where it's like, oh, I'm only promoting my fight constantly, because you wouldn't mention stuff like that within the post. You know, you'd say something like, you know, at this time where something is going on, it just feels like you're promoting a fight a bit more, like this is the main thing. But with all these allegations, it's going to be a very interesting story to kind of follow. I will keep you updated as soon as stuff happens. So yeah, again, all these are allegations and everything in it. So we're going to see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions on this? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as a notification bell to be notified more when more videos drop. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.